My name is Kelsey Artes. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I came to George Washington University 2 years ago to start at the Elliott School of International Affairs for a master's degree in international trade and investment policy. I then switched over to the business school for a dual degree with the MBA program in international business. At the end of my first year at the MBA, the school put on an international residency, and I went to Turkey, where we did a marketing consulting project for a family-owned textile company in Bursa, Turkey. I was on a team of 4 girls, and our project was to develop a survey and customer outreach for a family-owned business in Turkey. This was a very interesting process because in Turkey, people don't do surveys. That's not really heard of. That customers will give feedback in some sort of formal way to a family-owned business, and they're just not large enough to really, take advantage of something like that. But then also trying to find ways of connecting with this company and finding out as much as we could from both an academic and a professional side, because we had to get them to trust us enough to give us certain information so that the content that we could develop would actually be relevant to them. And ultimately it turned out well. We traveled there and worked on a survey that they could give to some of their top customers, which were like Zara and H&M and Benetton. And we did do a test round and gave it to a couple of their customers and got back some feedback, so ideally they'll be hooked into that a little bit more and see the value of getting some sort of customer feedback form to change certain practices or their services. So I live in Central DC. I live down actually just a couple blocks from the White House, and our neighborhood bar is Stoney's on P Street in front of the Whole Foods. It is a phenomenal neighborhood. There's a lot of regulars there, and I've met some very interesting people there. I met a woman when I was preparing for a career fair. I met one of the regulars at this bar, and she asked me what I was interested in doing and talked to her a little bit about marketing. I didn't know really what kind of marketing I wanted to do, but that was what I was going to go for at this career fair. And basically within a couple minutes, I was being interviewed for a position at her work, which was Destination DC, and ultimately got the internship that she created for me because she was interested in what I was doing and what I had to say. So that was certainly something interesting that happens in Washington, D.C., is that you never really know, when you're going to meet someone. I think people are conscious here about building a network, whether that be at their grocery store, at their local bar, or with their hairdresser, but they want to make sure that they, know as many people and that they can have, strong relationships with their community, because who knows where these people can actually help them in the future.